Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Andrew Collins, State Representative, and I'm joined by Senator Fred Love. Today, the governor laid out her State of the State address, sharing her perspective on how things were going and discussing her agenda for the upcoming legislative session. As Democrats, there were a point in the governor's speech, several points where we applauded in agreement. For example, we applaud the proposal to get rid of the grocery tax, something that many of us as Democrats have been advocating for vocally for years. At other moments in the speech, we remain silent in dissent. For example, sending hundreds of millions of dollars in public money to private schools and horseback riding trainers at the expense of public schools isn't something to brag about. It's something to fix. It's okay that we have differences with the governor. In fact, it's healthy. The legislative session is all about bringing different perspectives and experiences together to come up with the best ideas that will bring about a better Arkansas. As we kick off the session this week, Democrats will be working hard for a better Arkansas. Our vision is rooted in what you, the people of Arkansas, have told us matters to you. As Democrats, we are in the minority, but we will not shy away from our role as policymakers and advocates, giving voice to the needs and aspirations of the people of Arkansas. We'll do this by emphasizing people, policy, and pushback. At the center of everything we do is service to our constituents and the people of the state as a whole. Since the time of David Pryor, Democrats have put people first, and we still do. We'll also fight for good policy that makes life better for the people of Arkansas. That's why we laid out our Better Arkansas agenda this fall, focusing on 4 priority areas: mental health, maternal health, public education, and defending our democracy. We've been driving the conversation forward in these areas, and we will continue to do so. The governor only mentioned it briefly, but I'm glad she shares Democrats' interest in improving maternal health, where Arkansas ranks dead last among states. We'll be pressing to make sure that the governor pursues policies that will actually make a difference for mothers and families in the state. If she wants to take some of our proposals and make them her own, that's great. All that matters is that the good policy that we have proposed gets done. Finally, we'll be pushing back against harmful legislation that fails to put people first. Every session, nice-sounding ideas give way to harmful, extreme, culture war attacks on people in our state. Teachers, immigrants, minority groups, our neighbors and friends. They do not deserve our demonization. They deserve our support. And as Senator Love will discuss, our government has gotten disconnected from the people it's supposed to serve. We will call this out and demand better.
Arkansas's motto is regnant populace. The people rule. This is a motto we as Democrats live by. We aren't here to represent our party. We are here to represent our people, because that is what you deserve. You deserve better than hundreds of unanswered voicemails and no-shows at public meetings. You deserve to have sufficient notice when the government is making a huge decision that will impact your community, like building a prison without any public notice or public hearings with residents. You deserve a strong Freedom of Information Act to ensure government transparency and accountability. You deserve to know how your taxpayer dollars will be spent and trust that they won't be wasted. You deserve to know how Democrats secure new infrastructure, broadband, and rural healthcare projects. You deserve legislation that isn't rushed through, unlike what we saw with the LEARNS Act in the last session, which was passed into law days after being introduced. Now, I'm going to ask you something. Where is the legislation that goes along with the priorities the governor outlined today? Where are the bills? We cannot rush through legislation without a full discussion. Not again. And what was missing from the speech? Will we cut Medicaid to those who need it? Will we not extend Medicaid for 12-month postpartum care for Arkansas mothers? Will we even cut more taxes for those who are the wealthiest and leave disabled Arkansans on a list waiting for services? Arkansas deserves to know, and Arkansans deserve better. I want to give you one example the governor briefly spoke on today about the prison, and specifically the proposed prison in Franklin County. Here is what happened. Now, this is what has happened thus far. First, we have been pushing state prisoners into county jails and then failing to reimburse counties for the full cost of keeping those additional prisoners. This pushes the state obligation onto local taxpayers, which is not right. Second, the selection of the Franklin County was made behind closed doors. It was sprung on the entire state with no notice, and now the local community is speaking out. The people of Franklin County don't want this prison. The people of Franklin County do not consider a prison an economic development plan. Finally, the site has lots of problems, from the lack of an available employment base to the lack of necessary utilities needed for operation. And the governor's staff knew about these problems, yet they failed to adequately address them, or in some cases, ignored them. And to top this off, we are still waiting for the final figure of the new facility. When we first started this project, it was supposed to be $300 million. And soon we were told it was $470 million. Now we're being told it may be at least 3 times that. Close to $1.5 billion. Arkansans, we deserve better than this. Public safety is paramount to Democrats. But budgeting responsibly and being transparent through the process is also. Folks, people in this administration are not being straight with you. You should expect better. You deserve better. As Democrats, we will demand better. State government does not belong to any one party. It belongs to the people. We'll work with the governor where we agree, and we'll be vocal where we're not. We will shine a light on what's happening and show that a better Arkansas is one where everyone's voice is heard. And although we may disagree, we will have a debate on the merits of each and every bill, and Arkansans' voices are heard. Thank you.